Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, it is mainly targeted at my team members because they will all be helping this week with uploading content to the wiki, but you can use the concepts in this video and apply it to your own wiki, and I'll just mention when things are specific to my team's wiki. And so the first thing that is kind of specific is just with how the pages are set up right now. And so on some of the pages, it still contains the text that iGEM headquarters initially puts on the page, but it also includes the different templates that are specific to my team. And so the first thing for my teammates that you're going to want to do is, after logging in, you want to make sure that you are logged in first off. That is very important. But then after that, if you go up to Wiki Tools, you're just going to find this first HTML tag, and then we just want to remove all of this because it's not specific, and then you just stop right before the second HTML tag. And if you do delete these, you can always just retype them, but it just saves a little bit. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is just make sure that this right here, the one that says footer, is at the bottom of the page. And so we're going to save that and see what it looks like. And the way that the footer for my team works is that it will be at the bottom of the page once there is content between the nav bar right here and the footer. But once you do that, and then once there is content, it will be at the bottom of the page when you scroll down, and that will work out nicely. And so the specific page that I am on right now is the results page. And so I'm going to be targeting it at results. But basically, once you do have a page that you want to edit, and it will be whichever one you are tasked with uploading content to, you will just go into here and find the page, and then once you're on the page, going to Wiki Tools and Edit will bring you directly to editing that page and only that page. And so the next thing that we're going to do is learn a way that if you don't really know how to code in HTML, it is just a very simple kind of copy and paste from whatever wiki content is written up in regular text. And that is the website that I found that can be useful is wordhtml.com, but there are lots of websites that do this. And so basically, going through, here's an example of some content. And so once you paste it in, you do want to first spend it a little bit making sure that it looks okay in the word editor before you convert it to HTML, because it can save you a lot of time from doing things within HTML. And so the first thing that you want to do is, you can see that there are 3 headers. And so for my team, the headers that you'll be using is just header 1, and so you'll just want to select it and make sure that it is on header 1 or heading 1. And so I just redid that with that one, and you can see how it looks. And it doesn't matter how it physically looks. Don't mess with if it's bold or any of that. The exception of that is making sure that, let's say that there is E. coli, which is italicized in writing, and you want to make sure that words that are supposed to be italicized are. But besides that, you don't really have to mess with things that are bolded. The next little example in here of things that you can do is a table. And so if there is a table required in your content, then you can just go up here to insert table, and it works pretty much the exact same way that any other table would, and then you just fill in the content. And again, with that, you don't have to mess with the size of the text or anything. And then you can see here we have a bulleted list, which was just inserted using the bullet list. And then here finally we have a numbered list. And so from there, then you can go to the HTML tag, and then you'll want to clean it. And so when you look through this, it looks mainly normal, except if you do look at a couple of things, they're usually in blue like this. You can see, oh, this is, let's see, you can say, oh, this is within this table, which you can see. And then if you just go back to the table to see if anything has kind of some weird areas to it, you can say, no, it doesn't really look that way. And in this case, you can just delete it. If it is a problem and you're not sure why, then you can just try to look into it more, or if you're one of my teammates, you can just contact me and I can figure it out for you. You don't have to stress out about it. And so from there, we're just going to copy it and then go back into the editing, and you'll want to put it between these two HTML tags right here. And so you just copy and paste it in, and then we're going to see how that looks. And in the case that it has this French, we'll say, strip out the bottom that's not part of the content, then you can just delete that. And so then you see you have your table, you have your bulleted list, and you have your numbered list. And so it's looking pretty nice, except it doesn't quite look like the rest of the pages on the wiki. And so it just basically looks like exactly what you put into the Word part of the Word to HTML. And so that's because for my team specifically, the content has to be within some special code. And so it's just 2 lines, really easy to add in. You'll just put div class equals, and then it'll be double quotes, and then content, lowercase c is case sensitive, and then uppercase A for the all. And then you can see we put that right beneath the HTML tag. And then if you go down to the bottom by the next HTML tag, you'll just put a backslash and then div, and you don't have to specify what div it is. And then you can notice that there's a blank space here, but the thing is, with a lot of things, you have to specify if you do want blank spaces. And so if there are random blank spaces between lines of code, it's not going to affect how the text looks on the actual page. And for my teammates, I'll go through after the text is up there, and if there's any little formatting things that I want changed on it, then I'll change that. You don't have to mess with that. But then you can save the page, and you can see now that it looks like the rest of the pages. It has the different colors, and so that's good. And for our purposes, this is all you have to do for it. And so it's really simple, but splitting it up between teammates saves a lot of time. And so this is all that's covered in this video. I hope everyone finds it helpful, and if you split up the work, it can make the wiki a lot easier to do, especially in the last stages until the wiki freeze. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone finds it useful. Have a nice day.